Namaskar. I hope you are not bored. My subject is MSME beyond borders. Means what you do in India and how can you do excel overseas. That's the main area of our talk today. See, India has tremendous opportunities. The world market is 24.9 trillion, and that's a big market for it. India hardly has a share of 1.3% in the world market. So you've got so much of things to do, whether in the area of any products you take from India, ready-made garments, plastic products, you take agro products, agro-based products, you take gems and jewelry, you take number of auto components. There are tremendous scope for all this, and we can work on this from time to time and see how we can progress better. You need opportunities. You have to grow beyond India. You have to study the market. What are the emerging markets, and where is more opportunities for you to grow? And that's the way we can go step by step. Every entrepreneur has to focus, be consistent, and see that what they think they do with sincerity and honesty. Because entrepreneur cannot talk about just discussion or paper and all this. They have to implement. Because once whatever you manufacture, you have to sell. You have to sell means you have to sell to a market which is available, not anywhere and everywhere. You can't do that. Because if you talk about exports, then export is a big market, there is a lot of competition. And today, but an advantage to India is that people are looking at India very seriously. Like we talk about investment, we have got 652 billion reserves in India. People are looking at more and more joint ventures, collaborations, and how we can work with India. People trust Indians, and trust is very important. If they trust you, means they like to work with you. And MSME sector is a very vibrant sector. You have to see like one district, one product we talk about. We talk about various industrial parks, whether it is textile, whether it is engineering, whether it is auto components, and various states have got specialized parks. Like we talk about Pune, there is an auto park. Like in Maharashtra, agro park also. Like this in Karnataka, we talk about textile, silk, ready-made garments in Tirupur. So various districts have different types of products, areas where we can work. And they work from those areas. So all this together, we could see that how we can grow our exports. We are talking about 2,000 billion by 2030, which is a tall figure, but we can make it. We are talking about 5 trillion economy by 2026 and 30 trillion by 2047, which may grow better also. Depends on how we take off and how things move forward. So for MSME sector, entrepreneur, when you start any industry, now I come to the base. When you start an industry, first of all, you should know and study the product, and which product, which area, and what you intend to do in times to come, and how you can go about it. Not that because my friend is manufacturing toy, I should also manufacture toy. So my friend is manufacturing auto component, I should also manufacture. You should see which is your specialized product and which product you can sell in the international market. Because international market is very sensitive. Like pharma, many people after COVID have started pharma factories. Many people are expanding capacity, which is good and they are doing better. We were brand in IT earlier. Today we are a brand name in pharma also. So we are going to be a good big brand name in auto components. So these are 3-4 sectors, and this all can be part of MSME sector because all the ancillaries are in MSME. And another area which people work on is specialty chemicals. This is one area which is very less explored and which can be explored further by our entrepreneurs from MSME sector or any sectors who specialize in it. So when you, as a student or as an entrepreneur, you go to any subject, you must first study that subject homework, see whether you want to do domestic or you want to go beyond borders. And if you are talking about beyond borders, then study few markets where this is happening and how you can go about that market. it is not easy to be an entrepreneur, it is not easy to be a successful entrepreneur. I really compliment any entrepreneur who has been successful, who is doing business. It's a very tough job because you have to, when you start from a scratch, you reach to the target which you think of, it's very difficult. It takes time to reach your target, and I feel that's where your potential, your effectiveness, your focus, as I said, consistent, that is important. If you are not consistent and if you cannot be focused on the products which you are working on, you will never be successful because you have a lot of hiccups when you do business, and those hiccups are very important, that you do not get tripped up by those hiccups, because any entrepreneur cannot think that they are into a safe landing always, because it's very difficult that you always have a safe landing rather than like in India we talk about ease of doing business. Ease of doing business is one part. Talking is very easy, but it's not that ease as people talk about ease of doing business. So you need to think on what areas you want to do, what are the countries you want to focus on, because when I talk about I being the Honorary Consul of Uzbekistan, I see in Uzbekistan like there are pharmaceuticals, we talk about medicines, we talk about laboratories, we talk about cotton textiles, because the raw material is available there. And it's very easy to work with them on these areas of products. So like you talk about any other country, so those, you have to see where they are rich in which country and what products they need and what they need from India. Today many people are exporting those products, but you may not be able to export the same products to those countries. So you cannot think that because this country buys from Mr. A, he is also going to buy from me. Or I will succeed because A has succeeded there. No, everybody has a different parameter of working, of going about, and the buyer also has their own views about products because they don't want to change their manufacturers time and again. They also want to be consistent because they know, okay, when I'm taking products from him, it is reliable, quality is good, and he delivers in time. This is very important when you do any business. Your word is very important, and your timeline, what you keep is more than important because that makes you go, and that makes you expand, that makes you good, friendly, as you talk about business opportunities abroad and over other places. Whichever areas of products when we go about, we have to see how we will also get the raw material for that, because you also have to have a proper backup to manufacture those products, because you cannot only say that because I can manufacture, then if you do not have a backup, it is very difficult, because many things are outsourced, and till the time the outsource system is not in place, you will not be able to export your goods in time, and you will be handicapped because you don't get the backup supply, so you are not able to do the forward supply. And that is one thing which people look at, because anybody who is buying from you from overseas will always see that what he is committing, he is able to deliver. And if he is able to deliver, then only he will like to work with you. So these are some of the areas and working which one can see that how to go about. And MSME is like startup, women entrepreneurs talk about. Today we have got more than 75,000 startups. We have so many women entrepreneurs in this country. And we have got more than 100 icons in startups. So India has got the highest icons. So we see how tomorrow you are the next generation for us. You are the future of our country. And you must be a good entrepreneur. And to be a good entrepreneur, you have to be focused, consistent, and see that how you go about and what you think you have the proper resources, finance, and as well as the products to go about. But MSME is one sector which is growing very fast. 30% of the production of India is from MSME, like 40% exports direct. We have more than 60% employment in MSME sector. So these are all which work with for the benefit of MSME. And if you talk about finances, MSME does get priority finance, but which is Reserve Bank has given certain guidelines for that, and this funding is done by the MSME sector to the MSME sector by all the banks and all on priority basis. Besides this, there are a lot of schemes which you should be aware of. Even in exports, there is a market development scheme which is given to MSME. Once you are exporting, there are market development scheme for your products to participate in exhibitions overseas, as well as to go overseas and market your product. And government funds that trips, and government also supports you for those trips. Besides, and various other areas of working where there are a lot of assistance given by the government, and those assistance many people are not aware of, but once you are in the industry and trade, and once you go through various sites, because every day new schemes comes out. So once you have new schemes, you have to work on that scheme from time to time and take advantage of those schemes, because that all benefits to your growth and your products and your working. And that is where you become a successful entrepreneur, as overall gesture talk about. Besides this, the MSME sector has always advantage over others, because once you are MSME, you have a lot of rules which are under relaxation for you, and that helps you. And as an exporter also, you have a lot of benefits which you are able to take, tax benefits and others which you get while exporting. And whenever you have specialized products, I have seen many of the export-oriented units which are 100% export-oriented units, and they are mostly in MSME sectors. They only do exports for of their products, and they have continuous orders and working with people around. So with these words, I think I have more or less spoken what MSME is and what MSME, how they can work in various countries, because there are free trade agreements with various countries where you can work on, where there are no taxes, and where there are economic cooperation agreements with various foreign countries where we can work upon with them, and where they were specialized means more mutual cooperation between us and those countries. Like recently Australia has come out with economic cooperation agreement where 6,000 products they buy only from India. They will not buy from China. They will not buy from anywhere, only from India. Similarly, various other countries in Europe also has come out with this scheme where they want to only buy these products from India rather than from other countries. So that's where we get the benefit of those products, and we can see that we can supply them on priority. So with these few words, thank you very much for listening to me, and I'm grateful to you for inviting me. I hope I have been able to speak my viewpoint to you. Thank you.